We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego Unpacked. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. If the sport of boxing remains at a standstill for the foreseeable future, do not blame me, Boxingego. Instead, look to Gen Z fighters like Keyshawn Davis. In this video, I will explain why, what he said, how it went down. It is time to get unpacked. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, I keep telling you, if you listen to my channel and really study, listen to what I say and interpret it and just wait, because oftentimes I say stuff that is prolific and almost before it is fully realized. I can see it, but some of you can't see it, right? Meaning I'll say these various things and it's not painstakingly obvious. But just wait. One of these things that I've said recently that is now becoming almost law is blame these new age, under 30-ish Gen Z boxers for a lot of boxing's problems right now. I've been on that. I've been telling you, this new generation is holding boxing up. They are not holding boxing down by and large. Now, there are a few fighters who fit the criteria that I just went over that it does not apply to. Like David Benavidez. He is under 30 years old, 29 to be exact, and he's the complete opposite of the problem that I will expose today, right? David Benavidez, he's looking for the best fights. He called out the Canelos. Canelo would rather fight a welterweight Crawford. But we know David Benavidez, under 30, he's really one of them ones. Now, Shakur, Keyshawn, and some of these other fighters, they could be talented. I'm not taking it. They're a good little fighter. I'm not taking anything away from that. But the way they're moving is suspect. Now, I'm going to let you hear it because I want you to hear from the horse's mouth before I gets busy. Just so you can't be like, oh, but Boxingego, you made it up. Oh, Boxingego, that's incorrect. Or any other slew of things that y'all say to hate on me because I'm the GOAT. This is Keyshawn Davis in a brand new interview. Roll the clip.
Let me tell y'all what's the plan, because I feel like it's what's going to happen. So y'all can just start asking me, look, after I beat...
First of all, this is Ring Magazine show. A terrible show, in my opinion. Horrible. It's contrived. They don't be talking about nothing. And proof that it's horrible is Keyshawn, he's not a stand-up comedian. He really didn't say anything funny. And you hear the whole panel like snickering and chuckling and laughing. And he didn't really even say anything funny. Listen again to the whole panel starts laughing like he prime Eddie Murphy.
Let me tell y'all what's the plan, because I feel like it's what's going to happen. So y'all can just start asking me, look, after I beat Jermaine Ortiz, God willing, I'm going to go to 147 and I'm going to become a 147 champion. Okay. And then I'm going to defend it against somebody at 147.
Devin Haney? Who at 147? Is it Devin Haney?
Yeah.
Because that's a pound for pound brother right now. And we asked you, who's a fight that's going to put you on that pound for pound list? Devin Haney's at 147, right? And he got a belt.
Bro, why would they have somebody yelling and say Devin Haney's at 147 right? Like, you don't even know what weight class a named fighter is at. He just fought Brian Norman. Like, how do you not know that? Or why are you not secure in, why you have to ask for confirmation? Like, I wouldn't have to ask for confirmation on Boxingego, right? I don't need to look to a panel or a team of people to fact check me to know what I'm talking about in boxing. That's one. Two, why are we talking about Keyshawn fighting at 140 with Jermaine Ortiz and then immediately moving up to 147? Get this generation out in sport, bro. Like, this is why it becomes hard to really put all your chips in and get behind some of these dudes' brands, right? Hear me out. You've been fighting at 135 for most of your career since being an Olympian turning pro. Your last fight would have been the best name in your entire resume and the perceived most dangerous guy, a guy that even Shakur Stevenson didn't excel and didn't look great against, you know what I mean? The Edwin De Los Santos. You fail the weight check at the weigh-in. You miss weight by, what was it, 3 or 4 pounds, right? They tried to negotiate. His team was like, no, we pulling the plug. You overweight by too much. We don't want no payoff money. We'll just move our fighter in another direction. Now, I'm not going to complain with any, if somebody misses weight by 2 pounds or more and the other team says we're not taking the fight no more, I will never, you have my word. It has never happened and it will never happen. If that team right then and there decides they don't want to fight the person because they lied, didn't hit the contracted weight on the contract, and then they come in heavy, an egregious amount, you will never hear me complain if the other side says, no cigar, we not fighting. Now, I know what I say because I'm there when I say it. I don't want to hear from the Haniacs like, oh man, but what about with Ryan Garcia miss weight? One, my energy is always the same. I never condone Ryan missing weight. Never condone Ryan popping dirty for Osterine. However, regarding the weight, Devin Haney and Bill Haney took penalty money in a renegotiation period after it was known that Ryan Garcia missed weight, whether he did it on purpose, on accident, completely irrelevant. You negotiated with him and Golden Boy, came up with a number, which I believe was $650,000, took the payoff money, still feeling you can beat Ryan Garcia, and that was not to be the case the next day, right? So, yeah, that is a completely different situation because you agreed to continue the fight under these renegotiated terms. But then, that's why I look bad for Devin and Bill Haney, because Devin started complaining to the commission, writing and suing Ryan and trying to get Ryan in trouble, and they kept referencing that Ryan missed the weight. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say, oh, let's renegotiate and I could still beat him, because if you felt the weight was such an advantage and you were at such a disadvantage and dehydrated, which Devin Haney is now coming out to say, if you felt that way, then you cancel the fight. And then Arnold Barboza was already on the card. Maybe you move him to the main event. He was also a Golden Boy fighter. And then Ryan Garcia would be the fool, right? Because Ryan Garcia would be the unprofessional one. And then later we would have found out he popped dirty. So Devin would have been in the clear. This is why you got to move in the right way. I told you it was a mistake for the Haneys. But for Keyshawn, his opponent did not continue to fight. Full respect to Edwin De Los Santos. Because if I was the manager or trainer, I'm not putting my fighter in there with somebody who's missing weight. They're already the network's favorite. They miss weight by 2, 3, 4 pounds. F that, right? So back to Keyshawn. This man, Keyshawn, missed weight. His brother got dusted up by a guy who gave him a tough fight, and he popped dirty for chiefing, Nair Albright. Then Nair Albright fought your brother, cooked him, and beat him actually on the scorecards. And then you and your other brother go to his locker room, and then an altercation ensues. And you had your baby there in the hallway, and it was funk. So Keyshawn, he disappeared for a minute. You did all this at home. You had a Norfolk, Virginia homecoming fight, which you would have got a lot of respect putting on the show and beating a name like Edwin De Los Santos. You completely disappeared, which I'm not anti. When you look that foolish, I'm not anti you disappearing. But now, randomly, he's reemerged, signed with Jay Prince, and now he's doing these interviews, and he's trying to act like nothing happened. You think you could just disappear and then we don't forget that your last fight didn't happen because of you. You know what I mean? That you didn't miss weight, right? Now he dancing on cars and stuff and yelling. I didn't want nothing to happen to the fight, so I couldn't say nothing. Oh, my God. Oh, and flexing. Like, bro, you have no momentum right now. You have zero momentum. What are we talking about? But let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Somebody at 147.
Devin Haney? Who at 147? Is it Devin Haney?
Yeah.
Because that's a pound for pound brother right now. And we asked you.
And this is the problem with this new generation. The man has a fight in a few weeks with Jermaine Ortiz, which I think is a challenging fight, right? At 140, new weight class. Jermaine Ortiz pretty big. He's been in there with good names like Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez, right? So that's a quality fight. Why do we keep hearing this new generation talk beyond what's in front of them? Shakur, I'll fight Conor Benn with a rehydration clause. Fight Teo. That's who you're scheduled to fight. And on the same card, his brother, right, Keyshawn Davis, is like, man, I want to beat Jermaine Ortiz, God willing. Then I'll move up to 47 and get a belt, and then I'll unify with a certain somebody. And he's sipping tea and laughing and trying to tease. You have nothing to tease. You haven't even got past Jermaine Ortiz. You have nothing to tease. You haven't got past Ortiz. That's a bar, right? This is a nana boo-boo at generation, bruh. Like, you're teasing future welterweight fight. First of all, welterweight is cooked right now. It sucks. As a division, this is the worst it's been in, man, I don't even know, maybe ever. I'm not even being funny. Welterweight has always had stars. Oscar De La Hoya, Julio Cesar Chavez, Shane Mosley, Floyd Mayweather. You had Felix Tito Trinidad, Floyd Mayweather, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, right? You've always had Deshaun Porters and Kell Brooks and Manny Pacquiao. You always had some really good names at welterweight, always, right? You had, rest in peace, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto. You had some really good names there. Right now, Devin just beat probably his toughest fight that's currently at there, Brian Norman. And then now what? They're talking about him and Louis Crockpot or something. And then now you got Keyshawn doing all this teasing when he ain't even. Why are you even talking about 47 when we don't even know how you're going to look at 140, and we don't even know if you get past Jermaine Ortiz? Foolish. But it gets worse before it gets better.
Who's a fight that's going to put you on that pound for pound list? Devin Haney's at 147, right? And he got a belt.
Now he is, yeah.
And you say you want 147. I mean, what we doing? What we talking about?
Names.
We talking about January 31st. I'm gonna look great, God willing, and in the future, we going big.
Meantime, Richardson Hitchins, I'm not going to get off the Hitchens thing, has said you talk more than you fight and that you, quote, cannot take a punch. Keyshawn, where did that tension start? Why does it sound personal between you two? Come on. I've been doing this a long time, kid. Let's go.
Africa need to freaking stop smelling himself.
Right.
For real. He need to relax. Africa, I realized Africa went pro at 2016. I was still amateur at 2016. I ain't go pro to 2021. Now I'm not even really.
Bro, this generation is terrible. They're terrible. What is him turning pro in 2016? Why do you have it memorized when another person went pro? That's weird. That shows me the mindset of some of these young fighters. Like, just think about it. You go on a show, you don't know what the panel's going to ask you, unless they rehearse the questions. And then you just off rip know when an opponent made their debut. Second of all, even if you know that information, your regular box rec or Wikipedia over here, right? Even if you know it, who cares when he went pro? He's still a relevant party. He's still a champion. And you're talking about, oh, he went pro and I was still an amateur. What? Were you supposed to baby you because that was the case? Come on.
I realized Africa went pro at 2016. I was still amateur at 2016. I ain't go pro to 2021. Now I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. Trying to go to 140. Like, Africa, you need to relax.
The man said, I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt.
16. I was still amateur at 2016. I ain't go pro to 2021. Now I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. Trying to go to 140. I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. Trying to go. I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. 21. Now I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. 21. Now I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. Now I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. 21. Now I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. Now I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. Trying to go to 140. Like, Africa, you need to relax and stop disrespecting, bro. Like, it's one thing to talk trash, but bro, we all fighters. We all come from the same type of areas. Just stop being disrespectful, bro. Show people respect. Stop throwing business out there on Twitter. Like, just talk boxing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, what is this man talking about? Max Kellerman is like, what's up? It seemed personal. The man done said he turned pro in 2016. I was still an amateur. Irrelevant. He was like, he need to relax. I understand trash talk, but why are you making it personal? Keep it boxing. We come from the same areas. I don't even really want to fight for your belt.
Narratives in boxing don't be about boxing, and I feel like he's one of the fighters that don't talk boxing, so
he don't talk boxing.
I feel that.
Like, stop smelling yourself a little bit. I understand we become champion and all that, like.
And bro, Keyshawn is one to talk about stop smelling yourself, when him and Shakur, aren't they the kings of smelling themselves? Right? Shakur every day is on Twitter talking about who he'll beat, how he's the best, how many rounds he went in the gym, how sharp he's looking in the gym, how nobody can uck with him. When you like, hey, Richardson Hitchins, stop smelling yourself.
I understand. But just relax a little bit, bro, and stop being disrespectful, bro, and I bet a lot more opportunities will start coming your way.
No doubt.
Stop being disrespectful, and I bet a lot more opportunities will come your way. Bro, this generation is pathetic. They are not holding the sport down, dog. They are not holding it down at all, right? Now, I haven't even got to the point where Shakur and Keyshawn, they have this buddy pass like it's a dang airline, like Southwest Airline. They got a whole buddy pass, right? Where they have made some kind of pact where they don't have to fight each other. So they both can run around saying, I'm the best, nobody could beat me, I'm indestructible. But then they don't have to ever fight each other. So you don't really get to prove you're the best. That's one thing. Two, let's get to the unpack. Y'all know I like to save the best for last. the other big issue I have, the man says, stop smelling yourself. I don't want to fight for your belt. What fighter, not in the old days, but why are fighters now talking about, I don't need your belt, I don't want to fight for your belt, stuff like that? This, to me, this looks fake because Terrence Crawford in that whole circle, so everyone that's cool with Terrence Crawford in boxing, Clarissa Shields, Keyshawn Davis, Shakur Stevenson, that whole little kind of like regime, they all have utilized Olympian or I'm undisputed or I'm multiple champion and multiple time undisputed. I've been in multiple weight class. I conquered this belt. Like Shakur, right now, one of his selling points for the Tio fight is I'm going after a 4th weight class or whatever it is for him, right? Now, all of a sudden, right before retiring, Terrence Crawford made it real political and said, I'm waging war with the WBC, F the belt. You can take the belt, and refuse to pay sanctioning fee. Now his little bros are making it sound like I don't care about the belt. Bro, boxing looks pathetic. Shakur was being called out by O'Shaki, who was the number 1. After beating Fulton, he was the WBC number 1. Shakur at lightweight had the WBC. I've already made a video about it. O'Shaki was like, fight me, fight me, fight me. I'm about to be your mandatory anyway. And Shakur said, you can have that belt. I got the tweet. The video's already up. Now you got Keyshawn Davis talking about, I don't even want to fight for Richardson Hitchins belt. Now you had one belt at 135 against a horrible Dennis Baranchenk, right? And now you don't care about belts. And then now you're talking about beyond Jermaine Ortiz and moving up to 47. You're a weight bully. Why do you even need to have a pit stop at 140? Why don't you just go straight to 147 and fight Devin Haney, right? This whole thing, bro, these fighters look terrible. They look terrible. And by the end of this video, I'm cooking them. I'm going to keep cooking them, bro, because everything I'm saying is fact. You're talking about, oh, Richardson Hitchins, relax, calm down, stop the trash talk, and more opportunities will come to you. Who are you, bro? Are you his PR person? Beyond that, boom, Ring Magazine posted this. What does it say in red? Oh, yeah, that's what Keyshawn said. I'm going to F you up. That's personal. I'm not playing. Bro, get this man out of here. I've already cooked him. If I truly wanted to, I can stop the video. I got more cook up. That's why you got to stay to the end of my I can end the video right here. The man says Richardson Hitchins don't be about boxing, and he always make it personal, and it don't be about boxing. I'm showing you a direct recent quote where he says, I'm going to F you up. That's personal.
The future, we going big.
That you, quote, cannot take a punch. Keyshawn, where did that tension start? And why does it sound personal between you two? Come on. I've been doing this a long time, kid. Let's go.
Africa need to freaking stop smelling himself.
Right.
For real. He need to relax. Africa, I realized, Africa went pro at 2016. I was still amateur at 2016. I ain't go pro to 2021. Now, I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. Trying to go on 140. Africa, you need to relax. And stop disrespecting, bro. It's one thing to talk trash, but bro, we all fighters. We all come from the same type of areas. Just stop being disrespectful, bro. Show people respect. Stop throwing business out there on Twitter. Just talk boxing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of narratives in boxing don't be about boxing, and I feel like he's one of the fighters that don't talk boxing. So
I feel that.
Stop smelling yourself a little bit. I understand we become champion and all that. I understand. But just relax a little bit, bro, and stop being disrespectful, bro. And I bet a lot more opportunities will start coming your way.
No doubt.
Bro, you said a whole lot of nothing. He didn't say nothing about fighting the man. He said, I don't want to fight for the belt, and more opportunities will come your way if you stop being disrespectful. You're a champion. We come from the same areas, I know. So you said a whole lot of nothing. But then you just said, I'm going to F you up. That's personal. I'm not playing. To which Richardson Hitchins said, I promise on my life you ain't effing me up, so let's do it. Let's do it. So this looks terrible for Keyshawn Davis. Now, I saved the best for last. another reason why this looks terrible. What was this all about, bro? Like, there's a recent exchange where y'all were in the same venue, the same building, under the same roof, and he was like, I'm gonna F you up. And you're like, no, you won't. And you was screaming. I'm showing you a screenshot. I'm showing you, like, bro, that's what I'm saying. This generation is terrible. They are horrible for boxing because they're not doing right. I don't know if it's the money maybe Turkey offered. And that's part of the problem with potentially with Turkey. Overpaying these fighters. Now they feeling like, I don't even need the belt. I don't even need to earn my worth because I'm getting a crazy bag or whatever to fight Jermaine Ortiz. And then what is the point of having these face-offs all the time in boxing and they don't lead to anything, right? Where the fighter's like, I'm going to cook you. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to whoop you. Hey, you can't whoop me. You ain't got no chin. Yes, I do. What is the point of any of this if now you do this little for the camera stuff, right? Talk a little trash. And then now the businessman, Keyshawn, he sounded like a real businessman because he not really talking about nothing. He talking about like, oh man, you get more opportunities if you trash talk less. What about all the times Keyshawn talked about Frank Martin and Tank and all that? And he's like, you've been tricking the boxing game for too long. He been tricking the boxing game for too long. What happened to all that? Now all of a sudden you get in the bag with Jermaine Ortiz. You don't want to fight another 140 pounder who you just had a face off with. And y'all did all this posturing and screaming. One dude said he bout it and he wanted to fight you and you ain't got no chin. And you talking about I'm moving to 47 where it's a horrible division. If you move to 47, there's literally no real fights that I want to see you fight outside of Devin Haney. That's the only fight. And who's to say Devin Haney would be in the driver's seat because he's the champion. So who's to say that fight can easily be made, right? Devin already proved himself with the Brian Norman fight. You didn't. Devin beat Lomachenko's and Kambosos and Regis Prograis and Brian Norman. That is infinitely better. Although every one of those championship fights, that is infinitely better than Keyshawn's win over Dennis Baranchenko, and he's terrible to me, right? So a whole lot of lip, a whole lot of talking, and this is what I'm talking about. Y'all are worshiping false prophets. These dudes is not moving right. Again, explain why you're doing this face-off. That's what I need to know. Why are you doing this face-off? And, you know, you are screaming, oh, man, I'll whoop you. No, you won't. And then now you telling Max Kellerman, he's asking you about the Hitchens fight.
Keyshawn, where did that tension start? Why does it sound personal between you two? Come on. I've been doing this a long time, kid. Let's go.
Africa need to freaking stop smelling himself.
Right.
For real. He need to relax. Africa, I realized Africa went pro at 2016. Yeah, I was still amateur at 2016. I ain't go pro to 2021. Now I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt.
Boom. I'm not even really trying to fight for your belt. Enough said. I'm not trying to fight for your belt, but I'm trying to have pump fake face-offs for the camera. And you can, bro, get this division like sorted. Get these fighters sorted because I'm over it. You can fight Jermaine Ortiz. No disrespect to him. I thought he beat Lomachenko, but he didn't. Like in terms of the judges, right? You can fight Jermaine Ortiz at 140 for no belt, but you don't want to fight a 140-pound champion who you just had a face-off with. I can't get behind these brands of people doing this stuff, right? They're going to taunt and tease you with these face-offs. And again, how did you missed the Edwin De Los Santos fight? We already talked about that. So you failed there. That was a good name. You didn't reschedule it. Like, hey, I'll fight you at 140, Edwin, right? Then you picked Jermaine Ortiz out of nowhere. He's kind of been in like smaller cards, lower level fights since the Lomachenko fight probably. You can fight him for no belt, but you can't fight the guy that you just did the face off with, and you just said, I want to cook you, I want to body you, and now it's personal and all this type of stuff. I'm going to F you up. It's personal. I'm not playing. But then now you're saying you don't want to fight for his belt. And then you're saying, God willing, after you beat Jermaine Ortiz, you're moving to 147, where it's a dry division. So, again, you're pretty much wasting boxing's time by doing face-offs with no intentions of fighting that person. Remember, he was calling out Frank Martin, and then Frank Martin pulled up on him, and the energy didn't seem quite the same? This is like deja vu. Richardson Hitchins looks pretty big from when they were faced off. He's saying you have no chin, and you're making all these faces and googly eyes and stuff in front of the camera. You know what I mean? You doing all this extra antic only to say a week later, 2 weeks later, I don't even want to fight for Hitchens' belt. Bro, I'm off it. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new, but even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.